obviously there's different techniques. If I take the slab and so Christina wanted to cast her face, she'd have to tilt her head back, and then you'd have to drape it over, kind of push it down into her facial features gently, and I'll kind of show you how to do it on that mold.
Wait, you just
and
do it on your regular face?
Yeah, you could. But then the hard part is taking the slab off and then putting it back down and making sure that it's supported, because remember, when it's so plastic, it doesn't have a lot of strength to hold that shape. So you'd have to be prepared you would have to get a bunch of newspaper, and you want to make a mold that you think is going to support the face. You know what I mean? So newspaper can be used multiple ways in ceramics, and one can be to keep it wet or to help it dry, and also to retain shape. If you're making snouts and stuff, you can just do the same thing. And
Can it stick to your eyebrows?
I don't think it's that bad. Clay's not as bad as plastic.
Oh.
So you want to get it to whatever shape you need. I may add a little bit more, but for the sake of time, I'm just going to show you. I would have, you can have someone help you, but you want to make sure you have some masking tape to hold it together, and just put a couple pieces going across, and to get it to stay. And you can leave it on newspaper because newspaper is flexible enough, but you cannot, and I stress this, you cannot leave it on a mold that is stiff like the plastic mold like this, because what happens is that clay shrinks as it dries. So it's losing water and it's shrinking at the same time. It usually, after you're done with the firing process, it shrinks about 12%, and that's the overall shrinkage. So you always have to think about that. So anyway, you can make a mold this way, you can make it however big you want to make it, and then you can either put the slab over this. You don't have to cover this with plastic. If you want to, you can, but it doesn't really stick to newspaper like it does this thing. What happens with the plastic mold is that it creates a vacuum, a suction to it, and you can see the clay from before. This was one of the first mistakes I think we've made, and I had a student shaping in, and it was all awesome looking, and we went to pull the thing off, and it we couldn't get it off, and it collapsed and ripped it apart. And once you do that, you remember to then use plastic wrap. So you guys know where the plastic wrap is. It's right up on that shelf over there.